Alright, so as you read, this is a spoiler alert for the new Jurassic World movie. My name is VmyrDvppvTree, aka Shay, and yeah, I'm gonna start off by saying that it was surprisingly good, especially compared to the last Jurassic World movie. It seems like they are at this point taking a stroll, like a separate storyline, but hitched off of the original movie. So I liked that they added like throwbacks to the original, which I knew they were gonna have to, because if they didn't, then like it would not be well received by the previous audience. The last movie, I'm sure, pulled in a fair amount of new watchers, which is great, and it's good to be able to feel like there is a nostalgic continuation like that. One thing I did notice is that we're really doing that a lot now in terms of people, consumers, and the people actually making the movies. There are a lot of nostalgic types of movies happening right now, so that's a good thing and a bad thing, but it's an addiction. And one thing I notice is it tends to lead to lazy writing or like predictable writing, either one of those two things. And I mean, or gimmicky. It could be any of those things that have been in the last few movies that I've seen, and it's not necessarily because of a lack of need, I guess. It's more just like, I think that the people who are writing these, because I didn't see Steven Spielberg's name, even though I was looking, and if I missed it, that's because I didn't look that long, honestly. But obviously, if that was something in there, then it should be one of those things up front. So anyway, speaking of, I have been watching Jurassic Park since I was like 3 years old, and I've also read the book. And what a lot of people don't even know is like the first 3 movies go into are like the book, like all mixed up together. So that's actually pretty cool information by way of that. But anyway, so starting at the last movie and then this movie, the last movie threw me off when they had a little extra cooperation between the T-Rex and the Velociraptor, which kind of actually teed me off. And I was hoping that they would redeem that in this movie, which they did. Yeah. So, because in the original movie, let me explain further. In the original movie, it was because the climax of the entire movie, if you haven't seen it, again, it's spoiler alert, so don't cry about it, is the T-Rex killing the Velociraptor as it's pouncing to like kill the man, woman, and children. So, again, this new movie, it looks like it's pushing a few different things. Also outlines different situations like race relations, like the difference between like gender dynamics in relationships. Like you have alpha male, alpha female, and then you have an alpha female, beta male situation, which it works because of their personality types and the things that they bring to the table. They have even commentary on like royal families or rich families. I'll just stick to rich families just for sake of this conversation in this video. So anyway, yeah, also even like within that race relations thing, it was a few different types of ways. Like I believe that one of the characters was Filipina, and in relation to Japanese and Filipino relations, and also in terms of one of the characters that actually the intelligent relief, the intelligent comic relief, he was ambiguous, but he had a certain type of hair which would make you believe that he had some type of aboriginal blood in him. And so basically at that, or I should say, what is it? Indigenous blood, right? So whether that be indigenous to Africa, indigenous to America, indigenous to Australia, indigenous to wherever, Yeah, like that. He appears to be that. But of course, it's talking about like some sects, and how they think of where people came from and the current issues that are leading to race issues, even currently to this day, which I will leave that for a different video and a different person to explain. Yeah, I'm gonna leave that to a different person to explain, at least for now. But pretty much it's like they outline specifically the differences, like using the action as a hide for different types of information. So it's pretty cool. Then let's see. Oh, so the thing that they ended up doing again, which was a model off of the last freaking mega dinosaur that they made. This time I believe that they mixed an alligator and a velociraptor. Last time it was a velociraptor and a T-Rex, but this one in particular they modified the genes in such a way, which again, another theme in here was gene manipulation, that it was trained on like laser focus and things like this, which technically is possible, because technically it's possible. Not really, kind of, but not really. It would be like a different type of thing. It would not necessarily be, oh, let's code for a red light. It would be more like, let's code for like certain movement, small movement versus macro movement, i.e. T-Rex vision versus like how a velociraptor sees things. Anyway, so there's that. Then of course, like a large part of the story, and excuse me while I fix my watch, because I like that. I have to fix this for a second. But a large part of the story ended up circling around a rich family and an old man who actually ended up cloning his daughter, because I believe she had died, and the girl thought that she was a granddaughter. So of course this ended up being a relation, and throw into like some of the things that are actually occurring within the United States and other countries, i.e. cloning and things like this. But of course, the dinosaurs, even from the first movie, are like certain types of clones that are genetically modified in such a way that, well, for example, they have in the first movie, the whole thing behind it is that having this modification and not knowing how this works. Like, this has always been the theme of not knowing that exactly what these genetic modifications will do. And so like in the first movie, it was the gender situation, because they used a certain frog that actually naturally in the wild switches genders based off of the environment that it's in. So basically they thought that they made all female dinosaurs, and they started finding eggs. Okay, so that's how it got out of control in the first place. Like, all of it got out of control in the first place, because first of all, this one in particular is called Fallen Kingdom, because they bring more attention into the fact that they are using not only this technology in a way to profit off of, but then also in a way that that is militant, that is very third and fourth dimensional, that is warlike. The point of them bringing the dinosaurs back, because the old man who had cloned his daughter wanted to put them in a sanctuary, and his son, who ended up killing him, or his son or his assistant who ended up killing him, he was more interested in making money, making the money, which he thought was only going to be like maybe 5 million a pop, which some of them were, but the main dinosaur ended up going for over 48 million or 28 million. It's just like basically like the secret shows that people have and the secret types of auctions. Of course, they had allusions to various types of politicians, and some of the things that happen, I'm sure, behind closed doors. Actually, one of the main reasons I know about this, at least in the European sense, is because I was exposed to this movie. I won't tell you the name of it, because when I do, then it will open the door for people to go see it, and I don't even want to do that. But pretty much it basically showed the lows that some people are willing to go to make money and to feed their darkness, and of course at the end of the day, darkness, I was gonna say, is there's some things that are just some things that are just evil, and then there are some things that are culturally categorized, but there are some things that are just evil, and universally that it's bad. And some people will go to great lengths just to do these things that are messed up. So I'm not going to give away the whole movie, basically, but on the genetic sense of it, it was an opening, it looked like, to situations that are happening right now, and that are different, even things that haven't happened, and allusions to things that might happen, on the California coast. But anyway, my name is VmyrDvppvTree. Thank you for listening to my analysis. Please subscribe. I plan on doing more videos of analyses, and also starting first of all, getting a better camera, and then starting making more videos about hair, and taking care of your body, and presenting, and even things maybe like work ethic in stock markets. So thank you. Please follow me on Facebook. You should find my links on my main page. Thank you.